You're watching the Manitoba Racing Network.
This video production is sponsored in part by Inferno's Bistro, located in the heart of St. Boniface, and Inferno's on Academy, Winnipeg's hottest restaurant and lounge. Check us out at infernosbistro.com and infernosonacademy.com. So the big class tonight, the Modifieds finally taking the track for their heat races this evening. Plenty of cars in this one, and we've got lots to talk about, so let's roll through this list. On the pole tonight, in row number 1, driving the 48 car, Jerome Guillot from Fanistel, Manitoba. On his outside, the 85 car, that's Jamie Davis. Row 2 has the 99 of Glenn Strachan and the 35 of Adam Magus. Row 3, Randy Bellick is driving the 51 car, and on his outside, it's the 29K of Ryan Karoluk. Row 4, Eric Guillot driving the 25 car, 2 Guillots in this race, and the 4 of Luke Dykstra, Lightning Luke. And row 5 has Justin Bronk. Sean, looks like we are ready to go racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Jerome Guillot having a big night last night, was looking so well in the big race. Couldn't hold on though. Fun to watch when we have this many cars on the track at the same time.
Ryan Karoluk in the 29 car started 6th position. He's all the way up to 3rd place, a lap and a half in, and making a move on 2nd place as that gap is closing very quickly.
Karoluk and his crew probably watching that track very closely as we are going into this one tonight. Finding what they call the sweet spots of the track. He's now in 2nd spot. Great job by Karoluk. And he's gaining some ground. The 25 on the bottom of your screen just launches past the 99 car of Glenn Strachan. That's Eric Guillot. Now he's in 6th spot. Your leader, though, it's the other Guillot, the 48 of Jerome Guillot. He's your leader after 3 laps. Karoluk playing catch-up. Ooh, having a little problems there in turn 2. He manages to keep it going. And is trying to race towards that 48 car. The 85 of Jamie Davis, he's now in 3rd spot. Followed by the 35 of Adam Magus. That's a cool looking car out there. Luke Dykstra on the 25 of Eric Guillot on the backstretch. Going around turns 3 and 4 now. They've got a good race. Oh, they collide. Guillot goes to the infield. He stops the car there. He's not moving. No yellow flag yet. We're still racing. The 48 and the 29K very close to each other. 2 laps to go. Maybe he's trying to do his brother a favor, because that restart would give Ryan Karoluk a little bit of a lead. He's holding off. Jerome Guillot, your leader, going around turn number 4. Karoluk close behind, and you can see the distance to 3rd spot quite a bit farther. And now that 25 car of Guillot, he manages to go back on the track, and he stops it. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to get a yellow. Guillot thought he had the opportunity to get back onto the track and continue racing so he could finish, but was not a good opportunity there.
No, he was safely off the track in the officials' eyes, so they didn't throw the yellow flag.
So it looks like the caution is going to go to the 4 from what we understand. So we still have a few laps to go. Let's take a look how this one transpired on the Manitoba Racing Network replay. So this was back a few laps. Wasn't when he came back into the track. He's driving. The 4N loses control. The 25 has no option but to hit him. And he pulls off to the infield. So Jerome Gio, your leader in this one. They're going to reset the lineup. So if you're Eric Gio, good news, you're now in 5th spot in this race. He started way back at 7th, so he's moved up a few spots.
Yeah, a good break for him as the officials have decided to throw the yellow flag, take her back a couple laps, and
give him an opportunity to come back into this race. Now, the interesting thing is, for this race, for these heat races, normally when you get a yellow flag, you get pulled off the track. But in this big race, the Al Delane Memorial, they're going to give him a couple yellows in order to make sure everybody has a fair chance tonight.
for sure, there's a lot of drivers here. This may be their first time out. Maybe, they don't come here very often, so it takes a little bit more to get used to the track and stuff, so you got to have a little bit of grace on them.
Single file restart as we get going here. Green flag at Red River Coop Speedway. Jerome Gio, your leader. And now it's the opportunity for Kerlick to play catch-up. Kerlick still holds on to second. The 85 car of Jamie Davis made a good play on turn 2, but he couldn't hold on. One lap down. 3 to go. Jerome Gio is still your leader. Adam Magus in 4th spot in this race. Davis in 3rd. Kerlick in 2nd. And your leader driving the 48 car tonight, it's Jerome Gio at the top of your screen. There's the distance between your leader and 2nd place. They've got a little way to go if Kerlick wants to catch him. And Adam Magus just gets passed on the backstretch by the 25 car. The other Gio is now in 4th spot. Great play by Eric Gio to get 4th in this race. His brother, though, has 1 lap to go. Let's see if he can finish up in the top spot. And as we come to the finish, he's seeing the checkered flag. Your winner in this race, driving the 48 car from Fanistil, Manitoba. That's Jerome Gio. 29 carry of Ryan Kerlick finishes up 2nd. Great race for him. Jamie Davis in the 85 car finishes up in 3rd. And Eric Gio, not a bad night for him. Started way back in 7th, finishes up in 4th.
Almost a flawless race there by Jerome Gio, leading every single lap, right on his mark every time.
And even on the restart, giving the opportunity to Ryan Kerlick to come back. Just couldn't get fast enough to get around our leader, the 48 of Jerome Gio. 1 heat down, 2 more to go before we go to the intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on the Manitoba Racing Network. Ken Blatink, Sean Clausen, your hosts for tonight. We're going to be going modified racing once again as we get ready to go here. Heat number 2. Let's roll down the lineup. 2 great racers in this class will start us off on the pole and in 2nd spot. The 57 of Kevin Sexton will be on the inside. The 10W of Ward Emery will be on the outside. Row 2, Cody Erickson driving the 1X car. Scott Greer in the 5G will be on his outside. The 20X of Darian Boyce, he's in row 3. And the 1R of Rick Delane, he's also in row 3, but on the outside. The 16 of Gavin Paul, he's on row 4 with the X5 of Rob Gordon. Take a look at some of these names. You got Kevin Sexton, he's a winner here this year. Ward Emery is a track champion here. Scott Greer, he's been solid. Rick Delane, well, can't say enough about him. And Darian Boyce, all great racers, all in one heat race. This is going to be fun to watch. Green flag racing at Red River Co-op Speedway, and Kevin Sexton puts the pedal to the metal. He jumps out to the quick and early lead. And we got a car off the track. That's Scott Greer. He had some problems last night as well.
Yeah, it looks like Delane got a little bit high in turn 2, allowing Greer nowhere to go except for off the track.
Your leader after one lap of racing, it's the 57 car, Kevin Sexton. Ward Emery now feeling a little pressure from the 1X of Cody Erickson. And Darian Boyce now making a move on the third spot, driving that 20X as they go around turn 4. As they're going around turn 2 now. Your leader still is the 57 car. He's got a pretty comfortable lead. Oh, Kevin Sexton looks like he's slowing down on turn 3 and 4 there. I don't know if there was any kind of mechanical problem or just taking it cautious. We got a yellow flag as we got a car that spun out on the top of turn number 4. Came off the track a little bit. Looks like the 16 of Gavin Paul. So we've got a few laps down. They may retract that and put one lap back up on the board, but I'm pretty sure we've got 2 full laps complete. Make sure you check out our YouTube page, and you can do that directly by going to the ManitobaRacingNetwork.com. Want to know what happened at Red River Co-op Speedway over the last few months? In fact, the last few years. You can check out any of the races we've covered on the Manitoba Racing Network. A few drivers asking us when's the next inside track. It's a special that we do here. It's a round table where we get some of the drivers together and we talk about issues of dirt track racing here in Manitoba. Hoping to have one before the season's end to wrap up the 2014 season at Red River Co-op Speedway. My director is excited about doing that one this year. So he says, get it planned and we'll be there. Make sure you check it out when we post it on our Facebook and our Twitter page, letting you know when we're going to have our next big inside track. Green flag racing again. Kevin Sexton jumps out, and he grabs a huge lead going around turn 4. Ward Emery, the 1X of Cody Erickson. Ward Emery now launches past him. They're door-to-door. That was Delane in the 20X. Delane now pushes ahead to 4th spot. The 20X of Darian Boyce is in 5th. Scott Greer now making a move in there, trying to get around. There are 4 cars in a bunch. Fun to watch. Door to door in the backstretch. That's Darian Boyce and Rick Delane. Delane now moves ahead. By a nose, he's holding on to that spot. The Boyce is going to the inside, but can't hold on. He goes wide on turn number 2. That's the opportunity for Delane to move back in front. Great race for 4th spot in this one. The other 3 in front of them, though, wow, they're pretty much got those locked up right now. Darian Boyce, Rick Delane, they're just jostling back and forth. Getting closer, though, to Cody Erickson.
Delane with a great slide job coming out of turn 2, sliding up in front of Boyce, moving into 4th spot there.
On the bottom corner of your screen, you can see your leader right now. It's the 57 of Kevin Sexton holding on. Ward Emery in 2nd spot. 2 laps to go for your leader.
Boyce losing it in turn
Boyce
2.
loses it, yep. Hits the dirt. He gets it going. Wow, that was fast. He spins it right back into action. He's going already. 1 lap to go for your leader. Kevin Sexton driving the 57 car. Ward Emery in 2nd, driving the 10W. Followed by a pair of 1s, the 1X and the 1R. Scott Greer now trying to get closer to Rick Delane. Your leader going around turn number 4. He's the winner tonight in this heat race. Kevin Sexton driving that 57 car. Ward Emery in 2nd. Cody Erickson in 3rd, followed by Rick Delane. Scott Greer pulls up in the 5th spot. Gavin Paul in 6th. Rob Gordon in 7th. And in 8th tonight, despite having a great race up until the last 2 laps, it's the 20X of Darian Boyce. We have one heat race left tonight. 8 cars, 24 tonight in total in our modified class. So not quite enough to do an A-B main, which would have been nice. But a nice full feature for everybody. So everybody's in the feature tonight. And there's some big names to watch. In this last heat race, we're going to run through those guys. Starting up on the pole of heat number 3, he's driving the 9 Ford. We saw his brother earlier tonight. This is Lee McRae driving this modified car. On his outside, driving the 75 tonight, that's Jordan Wall. Row 2 has the 7 of Danny Staff, and on the outside, the 21J of Joe Chaplinski. Row 3 has the 74 of Dustin Wall, and the 4N of Nolan Olmstead. Row 4, we see the 11 of Denver Nicholson, and the 2 of Aaron Holton. Holton, of course, knows what it's like to win a big check here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Let's see if he can do it again as he tries to do a little bit better in tonight's heat race. Having lots of fun here at Red River Co-op Speedway. A beautiful night here in southern Manitoba. They see a green flag and we are racing. Car off the track right away. Looks like it's 21J. Joe Chaplinski. Started this race back in 5th. He's all the way back in 8th now. Aaron Holton, look at that. Started the race in the 8th spot. He's in 5th. Pardon me, 7th it's saying here, but must have been an error in our feed. I can tell you for certainty, Aaron Holton driving that 2 car, he's in 4th spot right now. There he is on the bottom of your screen. The leader, though, feeling some heat. It's the 9 and the 7. That's Lee McRae and Danny Staff. Couple local guys here to this track. Long-time racers. McRae, of course, was in a super truck a few years ago, moved over to this class. Last year was gaining his bearings, learning how to drive that modified. This year, seems like he's got it pretty much down packed, and he was doing quite well last night. Seems like he's doing well again tonight. Holds off Staff as they go around turn number 2. Catching up, though, is the 74 of Dustin Wall. He's in 3rd spot right now and making a play for 2nd on that 7 car of Danny Staff. Aaron Holton still holding on to 4th in this race. Jordan Wall in 5th. Another car off the track.
Nolan Olmstead in the 4 car coming to a stop.
And we've got a yellow flag, so we're going to get another break here. So the caution is on the 4N of Nolan Olmstead. Good news if you're Aaron Holton. He found some speed early on, but had a long way to go to catch up to the leaders. Now on the restart with a few laps left, it looks like it's going to be 4 laps on the board. He's going to have a great opportunity to catch up. Let's take a look now at the Manitoba Racing Network replay and see how this one turned out. There he is, going into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like a little smoke coming out of his car.
Yeah, it started quite early on in the race. Wasn't sure if it was a tire rub, but there it looks like it's coming out of the engine compartment.
Girls, we have a race going on. We need just keep this line clear, please.
So bad news for him. He's going to move to the back of the pack. Four laps on the board. Your leader in this one driving the 9 Ford, that is Lee McRae. His brother Les drives a pure stock here. We saw him earlier tonight. Green flag racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway, single file on this restart. After this race, we're going to be going to intermission here. Aaron Holton now making a play for third spot, getting closer. And Danny Staff feeling a little pressure from that 74 of Dustin Wall. Oh, they were too wide for a second there. That was the 25 car and the 11 of Denver Nicholson. Pardon me, the 75 car, I should say, of Jordan Wall and the 11 of Denver Nicholson. Good racing there. 2 laps to go for your leader, Lee McRae, doing a great job here in that Ford product. I do believe his girlfriend Tavia drives a Chevy product, so that must be an interesting conversation at home. Uh-oh, problems for that 74. And look at Aaron Holton, jumps ahead. He gets third now. Danny Staff trying to make a play for the leader. As we go on around turns number 3 and 4. Oh, Staff's got some speed out there. But look, he had to slow down in between the turns. It's all wrapped up. Driving that 9, it's Lee McRae with the win tonight. Danny Staff in second. Aaron Holton finishes up in third spot. Jordan Wall in fourth. Pardon me, Dustin Wall in fourth, driving the 74. Jordan Wall finishes up in fifth spot. And Denver Nicholson finishes up in sixth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We've completed all the heat races for tonight. We've got plenty of racing coming up. We are going to break now for an intermission. Don't go too far. In about 15 minutes from now, we will be back to bring you feature action here at Red River Co-op Speedway for the Big Al Delane Memorial Day 2, where the big cash is coming. Stay tuned with more here on the Manitoba Racing Network.
Well, the driver says he's not happy unless he has a hockey stick in his hands. Well, he's going to need to be happy with a steering wheel this time around. Driving the white energy car is Mark Brown, age 36. He is a letter carrier for Canada Post. All right, Mitch Collette, age 33, is a manager. He drives the Power 97 car. His employer is Mr. Lube. So we're looking for Mitch Collette, age 33 in the Power 97 car. Says he's a great athlete, really good looking and a family man.
For more great videos on racing, check out the Manitoba Racing Network at www.manitobaracing.network.com.